Hello, I'm Abigail of Ground and Grow Yoga, and today I have a yoga for your hands. In yoga, we can often get sore wrists or fingers because we're putting more weight on our hands than we're used to. Throughout life though, we're using our hands a lot in everyday tasks, whether it be typing or writing or just picking things up and doing things. And so we need to strengthen our hands and help our hands out. And this focus of yoga for your hands is going to work some of those muscles and help strengthen and release tension. Hop on your mat and let's get started. To start, I want you to come to a comfortable seat of your choice. I want you to spread your fingers out as wide as possible. So stretching them out towards both corners of the room, up towards the ceiling. Spread out as much as possible. And then I want you to press them into the mat. When we're doing yoga, you do want your fingers separated. You should always be able to see mat between your fingers. From here, I want you to practice coming up into like a spider shape and pressing down, suctioning like a starfish. Spider, starfish. Spider, starfish. So doing this wakes up the fingers, helps with blood flow. Good. One more time. And nice. Coming up, I want you to do wrist circles. It's okay if your wrists pop like mine do. It just means that there's a buildup of gas in the joints, which is not a problem. Switch, other direction. So we're just whipping up our hands. Good. Now you're going to turn one wrist around. Pressing towards the mat, your fingers are pointing towards your legs, and work with pressing through that, feeling a nice stretch through here. The further up it is, the less of a stretch you're going to feel. The further down towards the mat, the more of a stretch you're going to feel. You can also control that with how far you move back in whatever seat you're in. Good. Other hand. So again, fingers pointing towards your legs, and we're increasing or decreasing the stretch here as we move it towards the mat or away from the mat. So finding what feels good for you. It's okay to feel sensation. You do not want to feel pain, but you do want to feel a nice stretch. Release. From here, we're going to do a quick hand massage. So you want to take your thumb, and with pressure, you want to push through the sides of your hand and move in a circular movement around your palm. You can also grab a pen if you have one handy, and you can push that in if you're feeling like you're not getting enough pressure. The pen can help get into those spots that it might be harder to get into with just your fingers. But regardless, pressing into the sides of your hand and rubbing your palm in a circular motion. And then we're going to move out through the fingers. We're not pulling the fingers, we're just sliding down with pressure. And then we're going to open and close the hand. And then we'll go to the other hand. So pressing through the outsides of the hand. And again, you can use the pen to really get in there if you have a lot of pain. and circular movements through the hand, through the palm. And then with pressure, bring it down each finger. Again, we're not pulling on our finger. We're just exerting pressure as we move down. And then open and close this hand. Good. And then you're going to shake both hands out. The faster you can move them, the better. This is getting blood flow into our fingers. And then regardless of how you're sitting before, come to sit. Your butt is towards your heels. If this is not comfortable, you can put a block underneath to give yourself more height. And we're going to turn both wrists around, pointing our fingers towards our knees. And if it's very painful, then we want to just come up like this and put pressure into the heel of our hand here. But if you can, slowly start moving towards your feet and feeling that stretch. You should be able to feel it all the way up. Again, sensation is not bad. If you're in pain, back off. But sensation is good. It's stretching out those ligaments, those tight muscles. Breathing here. And release. So coming back into child's pose, you're going to press the backs of your hands down into the mat. Breathing here. And then paint them forward to come out in front of you. Press down through all of your fingers like we did before in starfish. And then bring them up into the spider hands and walk your spiders over to the left. Getting a nice stretch through the side body too. And then walk your spiders over to the right. Walk your spiders over to the left one more time. And walk over to the right. Good. Bringing them back to center, we're going to place our hands on the ground. And we're going to lift one finger at a time. And then put down one finger at a time. Good. See if you can speed it up. But still one at a time. You're going to feel this in your wrists and in your fingers. Good. Now bringing your fingers together, we're going to steeple and then press together. Steeple, press together. Steeple, press together. Good, a couple more times. Then we're going to take and press our wrists back. So you want to take your thumb, put it in the middle of your palm. And so you're pressing your palm away from you, and the rest of your hand is bringing your fingers towards you. So getting a nice stretch through the back of the wrist and into the arm. Good. And then we're going to flip it and take your fingers back towards you. And release. So palm, thumb to palm, press your palm away from you, the rest of your hand brings your fingers towards you. Getting a nice stretch through the back here. And then bring your fingers towards you. And then both hands back. And then fingers down. Fingers up. Fingers down. Fingers up. And fingers down. Last thing we're going to do is spread our fingers all the way apart in our starfish shape. Come forward, curl the toes under, and send your tailbone up towards the sky. You can walk your feet back a little bit. Coming into down dog. So with down dog, we're not concerned with our heels touching the ground, but we want to be really pressing down through all of our fingers, taking the weight out of the wrists. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like, as well as subscribe. Subscribers help me to be able to continue to make free content for you. And leave a comment letting me know what types of things you'd like to see in the future. Always remember to be grounding down into your strengths and growing as an individual. Have a wonderful day. Namaste.